I was an analyst. I analyzed biotechnology companies primarily. Did that with Chase Manhattan, came back to Buffalo, worked for M&T Bank as a vice president of investments for M&T Bank for several years. Most people think about investment, they think that the most important thing is, well, how much money will I make in this investment? But one of the things that I'm doing is I'm researching, can you do well by investing? Can you help make it a better world by investing? Can you accomplish some social goals? Like, for example, can you invest in companies that have good environmental track record? We have almost $200,000 now of the Niagara University endowment, and my students manage that money. They'll bring me companies that they think that we should buy, and then they go ahead and do that. So they're getting the experience not just of the textbook learning, but also acting as investment managers. They were at this conference in New York City and watching these students who I saw as freshmen come in, 18 years old, completely unsure of themselves, watching them interact with some of the leading investment professionals in the world, asking them questions, talking with them was really an incredible experience. I began the training about 2 years ago to be able to climb some of the world's highest mountains. And I started out, I've climbed Mount Rainier in Washington State. Last year, in August of last year, I summited Mount Kilimanjaro, which is 19,340 feet. I know my students. And they know me, and we have a level of engagement that we wouldn't get in a big impersonal class. You don't get that when you're in a big lecture hall. You don't get that when you're taking classes just over the internet. This level of personal engagement is something that is important. I can look, when I'm teaching, I know if students are absorbing the material, because I can see the reaction in their faces. If my students can come back and say, I was inspired by the classes that I took with Professor Hutton, I was inspired by getting the chance to visit Wall Street with him, or the Toronto financial markets, or by managing the investment portfolio, that I felt inspired, that would be very, very satisfying to me. That broad background in understanding ethics and morality and the implications of your decisions is something that a Niagara University graduate has that somebody else may not have.